That should have been on Harry and Meghan Street. This video might have two parts. I'm just gonna finish record all of them so I don't come back to them. Alright, I genuinely barely laughed when I found out that this is a real story. Alright, so this I made reference to it about influencers who were doing influencing things online for Israel, and now they want to get paid. So let's listen to this. 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Go ahead and read this headline.
Israel online propaganda. Let me pause it.
Good. Yes, the propaganda.
Okay, Israel online propaganda network unravels as influencers sue Tel Aviv over unpaid contracts. Okay, so all those noises we're probably still hearing online to pop up misinformation, pop up Israel and all of that. So now some of those people who were doing that wants to get paid. I hope they don't, because they should have known better.
Good. Yes, the propaganda department of the Israeli government, which the fact that they even have a propaganda department should tell you everything you need to know, is not paying influencers that were promised to be paid for spreading lies on social media to benefit Israel. Mm-hmm. And now these influencers are suing the Israeli government for not paying them for their services. And some of these funds that they're not getting paid are not just posts on social media, like that $7,000 they give per post. The Israeli government asked influencers to fly out to The Hague to counter pro-Palestinian protests because there were not enough protesters for Israel. And then the Israeli government promised them that they would expense their payment. It would be an all-expenses-paid trip after the influencers paid for it themselves. So these pro-Israel protesters actually flew out to The Hague in hopes that the Israeli government would expense their entire trip. And when they came back, they got nothing. So not only were they unsuccessful at counter-protesting the protests at The Hague, considering they completely were outnumbered, but they came back and they essentially had to pay all of that out of pocket.
Good for
guess
them.
Who one of these influencers is? This cockroach and former official Israeli government spokesperson who was fired for being piss poor at his job, Elan Levy. I could not have written a better story, even if I tried. So in summary, the Zionist Jewish supremacist government of the most pathologically lying entity to ever exist cheated their own people by being too cheap to pay them after they lied for them. I mean, do I even have to say that the jokes write themselves at this point?
At this
Watching these parasites cannibalize each other, bringing upon their own self-inflicted ridicule and subsequent ostracization into full-on pariahhood leading to their own destruction, is the most beautiful thing I have ever witnessed, second to the birth of my children.
They deserve it. They should have known better. I didn't even know some of these things. Well, I have an idea because I've been looking into what's happening in the UK. I've been saying about those influencers, they pretty much destroying their own future, their children's future. They know what they were doing is wrong. Oh my God. I hope they don't get paid. They could learn a thing or two. Oh my goodness. That's good for them. But still, they're all a baggage for God, including Israel. Next to it, let's see here. China, Spain, and Iran are all saying 560 U.S. service members have perished in the Iranian war so far, and they are lying to us about the six. About the six what? Let's listen. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Alright, so there's more here. I'll watch that. I think I listened to this already, but I'll share it. Okay, so the videos I'll share and then move to my next one.
The U.S. government is lying about the number of current military casualties in their war on Iran. Current U.S. death tolls are reported to be in the single digits, with only 6 confirmed U.S. soldier deaths. But Iranian media claims to have killed over 500 U.S. soldiers. Top Iranian security official Ali Larijani reports 560 U.S. troop casualties, a figure that is not reported in U.S. media. This is, however, being reported outside of the U.S. China's reporting it. Spain is reporting it. But the U.S. military has already accidentally revealed that there are more casualties than they're letting on, with a now deleted job posting. The U.S. Dover Air Base in Denver was actually caught posting and deleting a job notice about a position for shipping the belongings of U.S. military casualties. The personal effects specialist position was posted for urgent hiring, suggesting that there are more casualties than the U.S. government is letting on. And this comes after Donald Trump's comments at Mar-a-Lago this weekend that there will likely be more casualties in the Iran operation.
He doesn't
and that's
care.
just the way it is. Sounds like they were already aware of there being more deaths and were just trying to cover for themselves.
Okay. He did it with COVID. Let COVID come in, kill Americans. I don't know. Americans, they know. And they're still voting for this group of people to be in position of power. Okay. There's this here. Let's listen to that. This one is 1 minute and 15 seconds. There's no caption.
I don't think you guys understand. This was an explosion in Miami yesterday.
Oh.
Just so happened, a warehouse blew up. This was an explosion that happened in New Jersey yesterday. Again, another warehouse.
Wow.
Just magically blew up. And then I'm getting word that this hospital had to be shut down, which is the largest U.S. military hospital outside of the United States, serving American military personnel.
God.
And what I'm being told is there are tons of American soldiers being brought in. Bodies on bodies on bodies. So much so that they had to shut down the labor and delivery ward because it was full of American soldiers. If you think that these things are just coincidental,
Oh,
or that our
God.
American media is telling the truth, man, you better wake up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to send you to the comment section so people can fill you in of what's taking place, because there's some stuff that I'm just not allowed to say on here.
Oh my God. We are under attack. Trump is killing us. Killing the people. Oh my God. So this one I think I shared. This will be the last one in
I
this
don't think
tweet.
you guys are.
Let me go into that so it could be bigger. I shared that before already. But
Reports coming out of Germany that the hospitals is now closed. The labor and delivery is closed because they are receiving bodies.
my
As
God.
of late last night, Germany hospital, hold on, they closed the labor and delivery ward. They wouldn't do this for 6 victims. They wouldn't even do that for 100. These are the people on the ground over there, okay? This is the hospital. They have military contracts along with Italy, okay? So please, just direct over there. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for likes. I don't give a fuck what you do with this information. Just in case there's someone, family member that they're trying to
believe
contact,
this.
just pass that information along. I'm here to help. Or at least try to help, okay? Bye.
My God. He's doing the work for these people. Kill those Americans. He did it with COVID, now with this.
No,
Oh
it's
my
the
God.
same
Let me
thing.
pause. Okay. Do not expect participation without representation. All right. Let's go into that. Only one comment. Fine. Everyone do what they need to. All right. Let's pause that. Okay. Well said. I thank you for expressing how most of us black voters feel. It's almost, 4 minutes. Let's listen.
No, this ain't a Texas thing. This is a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing of anti-blackness. That's why it's transcended through white people, Latino, Somalian, Asian, whatever. And they've gotten so used with the wash, rinse, and repeat cycle that they just bank on the fact that no matter how dirty they do us, that black people are just going to fall in line for vote. But that shit ain't going on no more. It's not. And I don't even want to get into how dirty they did Jasmine Crockett. I don't even want to get into it. I knew something was up when I got the text message telling me I had to vote at a specific location. I knew that didn't sound right, so I went ahead and did it. People were like, no, I think you can vote wherever you want. I said, no. They said it in the phone to text it. There's for a reason. So just go. I tried to tell all my family and friends, just go where it says to go, because something's up. And yes, some counties let it slide and let people vote where they wanted to vote, but it was just a matter of time. And who's surprised? Who's surprised they would choose Dallas to hold the line? And who's shocked at giving the opportunity for Abbott and Paxton to do their corrupt bullshit, would they not want to count all the votes? Because all votes matter, right? Because everything they're doing is to make it easier for us to vote, right? People come in my comment section already talking about, oh, so you're just going to let the Republicans you're going to hand it over to the Republicans? No, I ain't hand over shit. Y'all handed it over to the Republicans in 2024 when you betrayed Kamala Harris. This is a broken fucking record. Sorry, did I date myself? You're buffering. Every time there's a black person on the come up who's more qualified, who's more ready to be in that position, y'all go right to y'all's default settings of bullshit about they can't win. They won't vote for them. They won't vote for them. Well, why the fuck won't they vote for him? Why would they vote for Tallarico when they wouldn't vote for Jasmine Crockett? It ain't because he's more qualified. It ain't because he has more experience. It ain't because he's been more of an activist. So what the fuck is it? Oh, it's his identity. And I don't think y'all suffered enough because y'all still playing stupid games, so y'all need more stupid prizes. You can understand that racist people will not vote for a black politician, then you need to understand what that looks like when black people won't support a white politician. Because we should be matching energy in 2026. Putting somebody in there is not the same thing as putting the right person in there. How the fuck can we reward the behaviors of a party that we are supporting betraying us for a candidate that's less qualified? What is the path of success for black people moving forward? That's going to handpick candidates that are not black? Because instead of supporting them and saying, if you don't vote for the best candidate, then you get what you fucking deserve, you're just going to get rid of the good candidates and the deserving candidates and then lower the fucking bar to get somebody into a seat that they're not equipped to deal with. Even though James Tallarico has been doing this longer than Jasmine Crockett, you don't know where he stands about black history not being taught in schools in Texas. You don't know where he stands about Turning Point USA being force-fed on children in curriculum. You don't know these things because he's not out in front in these things and not high on his priority. And as much as they like to trivialize Jasmine Crockett, all she's done is call out Trump, which a whole lot of people won't do in his party or in the Democratic Party, and make it like that shit is just growing on shelves like everybody's doing it, which ain't true. He's already made it clear that he don't even have all the information in front of him to make a determination if Donald Trump should be impeached yet. He needs to gather it. Even though Stevie Wonder can see his ass need to be impeached. Do not expect participation without representation. Same way you try to tell black people why we need to support these candidates because racists ain't going to vote for our candidate is the same way you need to go back to racists and tell them racist ass people that black people ain't going to stand for this bullshit. Y'all so quick to talk about a damn litmus test. This is the litmus test. Ain't no way in Trump's America with all the shit going on, all the racist and all the misogyny that's going on, where a black woman checks all the boxes on dealing with misogyny and racism, and you go with a white Christian male who is not an activist. You haven't suffered enough. May you all have the country you deserve.
Very well said. Nothing to add. All right, let's go to the next one. Yeah, she was very well qualified, and they still didn't vote for her. All right. Reporter, where is Netanyahu? U.S. Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson, 90% of the time he's on a plane. Reporter, how badly are Iranian damaging Tel Aviv? Wilkerson, very, very badly. It's relentless. All right, it's almost 2 minutes. Let's listen.
Many bumps in the road, including, I saw video this morning, real video, not CNN, though they have been better, but real video out of Israel. They are getting absolutely pummeled.
That was to be my next question. How badly is Israel getting pummeled? And where is Netanyahu?
I think he's on a plane 90% of the time. He's flying around. He's flying around the Mediterranean. I understood he was on a private jet coming into Mar-a-Lago to talk to Trump. I don't know if that's true or not, but my source is pretty good. He's staying out of the fray as best he can because he knows that he is number one target.
How badly are the Iranians damaging Tel Aviv?
Very badly. And it is relentless. It's not a fuselage. It's relentless. And increasingly, and in the latter stages of this 15-minute video, you could see that fewer and fewer air defense missiles were going up. And at the end of it, in the last 60 seconds, which is a long time, Judge, if you're under fire, there were no Israeli missiles going up. The Iranian missiles were just getting in.
Wow.
And it's all being lied about, of course. You can't get this out. You can't even get it out of Al Jazeera or Al Arabiya. They're not allowed to film this sort of thing because he's got a wrapped down tight ban on anybody coming in there and making film other than his own propaganda people.
There it is.
Well, here's the Iranian foreign minister today on NBC News asked, what are you going to do if American boots on the ground show up? You probably know how he answers, but I want you to hear him. He's very articulate. Chris, number 15.
Are you afraid of a U.S. invasion in your country?
No, we are waiting for them.
You are waiting for the U.S. military to invade the ground troops?
Yes, because we are confident that we can confront them, and that would be a big disaster for them.
So you're saying that Iran is ready and willing to take on the U.S. military if there were to be ground troops?
Well, we were ready for this war even more than the previous war. So you can see, the quality of our missiles, how much they are upgraded after the last war, because we learned lots of lessons. And we are prepared for any other eventuality, even, a ground invasion. So our soldiers are prepared for any...
Very sad. Very, very sad. Let me see here. Ready for this? The Epstein class of the Trump administration, Israel, Plantot, Twitter, etc. Okay, let me go into that. What is that? Where is this? This is almost 3 minutes. Okay, I cannot read it, so I don't know where it is. Let me leave it alone. Alright, next one. Giving myself work. Alright, next read. There is power in words. This man is just 1 minute and 39 seconds. Is going to hit you with one of the most powerful assessments you will hear this week of where we are as a country and why. He is absolutely correct, and deep down we all know it's not red versus blue. It's American citizen versus the Uni Party. Okay, 1 minute and 39 seconds.
I'm not political, all right? I don't believe in Republican or Democrat because it's not in the Constitution, it's not in our Declaration of Independence. It's just American, one nation under God. Whatever they do as one. The trick is to give us the illusion that there is a choice, that there is a separation, to keep us fighting over these things. These things right here. Keep us not talking about the fact that we're working harder. 5 generations now. We're working harder than our great-great-great-grandparents and our grandparents did, who had no education, who sent their first generations to college. We were on our way somewhere, and then something happened in the 50s. One of the big things I think that happened is they took the Bible out of school. People don't know, a lot of you young people don't even know the Bible was curriculum. And I'm not religious once again, but the Bible gives us a strong moral code to live by. We were family. We were community. We knew our neighbors. Our children played outside, met new friends. Those new friends wanted to spend the night, and they had to ask their parents, and their parents became friends. Today, mom's in the park on fentanyl, and we think they give us this propaganda about it comes from China, it comes from here. They didn't want this stuff in this country, it wouldn't be here. This is a weapon against us. There is an attack on all of us, red, blue, conservative, liberal, it doesn't matter. The American is under attack. Our dollar is buying a lot less. We're working a lot harder for it. We're losing our constitutional rights, whether you realize it or not, a lot through the technology.
Okay, I've been saying this. We've been under attack for a very long time. Go to some of my old videos. There's one thumbnails I remember. How did I call it? Something without losing a war, without losing something. Just look at the screen. That's the one I'm talking about. Okay, let's go to the next one. 82.99. I'm almost done. Alright, let's pause. Look like the destruction of the US billion-dollar radar system and the collapse of the Iron Dome has left Israel wide open. Iran is now doing to Tel Aviv what the Israel did to Gaza. 30 seconds.
הכל נשרף, הכל עלה בלהבות. סיטואציה מטורפת. רק להתפלל שיהיה מה שפחות לא עלינו פצועים, רק תפילות.
Because when they were doing their thing to Palestine, they were dancing, music. It's unbelievable, the heartless. And the other thing as well, many of you, when these people start coming in your community, you better pay attention, because there's a video I saw on YouTube where they're taking over those smaller offices that control your neighborhood and stuff like that. They got rid of public school, and then the money that was supposed to go to public school goes to their school, which is private, the Jewish school. Let me see, 1 second. Okay, it's this video right here. I exposed New Jersey's Jewish invasion. Alright, I'll put the link of that video in the description for you guys. I think I shared it in, on X. So let's listen to this. Iran is now using Kheibar Shekan hypersonic missile to punish the pedos in Tel Aviv. 16 seconds only. Okay, make your own judgment. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm sharing it with you.
Iran, please stop.
Please, you win.
Nah.
Please stop.
No, no. Nope. You guys were dancing. You guys were dancing when you were bombing Palestine. Okay? Let me just go on Google and show you what they have done to Palestine. Alright, Google is not really showing much. This is what I type on Google. Palestine Land 2025. Images. Before, I have a old image that I save. But now we don't see it. There's all of this. Okay, so there's some of these here. Look what have they done. And then they were dancing, shooting at babies, kids. No, these people are heartless. It's like they train the population to be immune to the barbaric kind of behavior, killing people, so you don't feel anything. Okay, so there's one. Remind you of Gaza when you burn children alive. Okay, so there's that. Something like this. Look what they did. Look what they did. My God. All right, let's go to the next tweet. And then YouTube, news, they were going to do all of this nonsense. Telling people not to share these images and all of that. These people are freaking ridiculous. The rest of the world better be careful when they come to your neighborhood, because that video that I just showed you, I didn't play it, but I'll put the link in the description. Where is it? This one in particular. I exposed New Jersey's Jewish invasion. Go to it, watch it, and see what they doing to certain communities in New Jersey. I didn't watch all of it. It's an hour and 13 minutes. I think I watched maybe 15 minutes of it. Going around New Jersey, showing you what they did to certain neighborhood, black and brown. They move in, and then they get into a position of power to make decision, and then they defund public schools. Some schools had to be closed, and then the value of the building become cheap, and then they bought it and they make it their own school. The kind of thing that is happening. So just that video, go watch it, and then you people, whichever part of the world that you are in, it's their model. Okay, it's their blueprint. They did that to Palestine. Look what they did to Palestine. Part of the US, and especially in Brooklyn as well. They have their own place, and they build, and then they isolate everybody. They're so freaking racist. This is my last one, and then I'm done. This may be the end of Dubai. Man says the city's global image just collapsed. Dubai is never gonna recover from this image issue. This man just delivered a brutal take about what he thinks just happened to Dubai. He says the entire appeal of the city was built on two things: safety, financial stability. Never say never. Everybody will have their own opinion. But for this person to say we'll never recover, very doubtedly. Very doubtedly. Because it's too definite. There's always room for recover, and it might take them a while, which I don't know what happened to Dubai, but let me finish, okay? Alright, he says the entire appeal of the city was built on two things: safety, financial stability. That's what convinced millions of expats and investors to move money and buy property there. He even said he personally considered buying an apartment in Dubai during the boom, but after the recent instability and bombardment, he believed the illusion is broken. The appeal to Dubai is completely gone. Did the world luxury expat playground just lose the one thing that made it untouchable? This is an opinion, so let's just listen to it, but you just never know. They have the money, they will recover.
Dubai is never going to recover from this image issue. I actually considered buying an apartment there, long story, but it didn't end up. I ended up losing a couple grand. But the appeal to Dubai is completely gone. Dubai's whole thing is like safe expat lifestyle where you get luxury and you kind of get to live on an oasis that's completely safe. Is completely gone. Like, I think beyond the infrastructural damage, the relentless bombardment they've endured is really going to damage the image is really going to damage the geopolitically safe hotspot idea. Like, this is cataclysmic for Dubai. And also a lot of the Gulf states. Like, I think they're going to be mad at Iran for a substantial amount of time. During my apartment purchasing process, I could talk about it more here, they mentioned that safety and financial stability were the two calling cards to Dubai. And now that we see that both of those are kind of not true, especially that the real estate market was collapsing, yeah, man, I think this might be the end of what we saw as the luxury experience in Dubai.
Okay, I don't know much, never traveled over there. I don't look too deep into Dubai that much. His thing is too definite. There will always the up and down when it comes to market things. Right now, there's war going around. So we just don't know. There will, whatever problem they may have, I don't know what the problem is. All right. Once they figure it out, they contain it and they find a solution and move forward. So it's just a matter of time because Dubai is very rich in terms of oil and things like that. So they will recover. I don't know what else do Dubai have to offer in terms of, for exchange purposes. What else beside oil do they have? So they create this kind of Las Vegas type of things over there. That's what I would assume, because every time I look into Dubai, they're showing the luxury thing. And Trump went, now thinking about it. Because, I'm, okay. This is what just came to mind. If you look at past videos that I have shared with you, where I have talked about where they selling the American values, like golf, live. I made a video about it like 2 or 3 years ago because I saw something that was happening. It didn't seem right. Where I think it was a Middle East country was trying to get golf players, top players to play for them. And I was like, oh my God, are they selling out, the things that make what America is, like the PGA, which is one of the top, besides the one that's in the UK. All right, I forgot the term for it. And then there were other things that I was seeing, and I said, oh, all the things that make America great, it's like they're destroying it going outside of the country. So with Dubai, because I could see the similarity with Dubai and Las Vegas. Let alone, I never been to Dubai, but I have been to Las Vegas. But from my comfort of my home, the thing that I see here, the light, the appeal, the luxury, everyone that pass by, you see them with their Lamborghini, those top cars, luxury cars, the flashy kind of thing. So when you look at Las Vegas now, those casinos are losing money. A lot of people are not traveling to Las Vegas. So that was the transfer. Las Vegas will not be what it is, but instead Dubai will be what Las Vegas would have been. And then the golf thing that I made a past video about it, they were trying to get the top players, and I think I made reference to, what's this guy? He's a Trump, well, most of them, including Tiger Woods. I think he took a while to join. Actually, I thought Tiger Woods joined Live Golf, but he did not. Okay, so this is the correction. He did not join the Live Golf. All right, so let's get back to the original recording. All right, let me go search something. So pretty much whatever that was great in America, Trump is destroying it here. And then those other countries who enjoy or who like certain things, let's say the entertainment, the Las Vegas, the lifestyle, the lights, action, all of this. So one country will be representing what Las Vegas used to be and whatnot. I don't know. Am I making sense? Okay. But with him, I don't fully agree with him. He might be partially right. He's been there. He did his shopping. I never been to Dubai. But never say never. So they were trying to transfer what Las Vegas was and then bring it to Dubai. But Dubai have its money, they will recover, and it depends if people will follow through. Because sometimes when something is broken, it's hard to get back to it, which is somewhat of what he's saying, but you just never know. There's different things that will be offered. Let me pause for a second. And what was the thing I was gonna look for? I'm done. Was the last video. Okay, so this is what I this is what I asked Google. What happened to Live? Okay, there's no E behind it. What happened to Live Golf League? Okay, because I made a video about that a couple years ago. As of early 2026, the Live Golf League continued to operate with heavy funding from Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, despite facing significant challenges including player defections, high financial losses, and collapsed merger negotiation with the PGA Tour. These are things many people are not paying attention to. They were offering a lot of PGA players a lot of money to join that, but it will not have the same appeal if the people don't make it what it is. So they're trying to grab all the positive things within the US, make it their own, and then destroy America. This is what Trump is helping them do. Okay, you could pause and read. Now, the next question I'm going to ask, how is Las Vegas in 2026? All right, I paused for a while. I went to do something. Okay, so this is where I left off. I said, how is Las Vegas in 2026? As of early 2026, oh, I didn't press enter. All right, in early 2026, Las Vegas is experiencing a high energy, sport focused, and entertainment driven. If you watch some YouTubers, the economic thing is not doing very well. Oh my God, don't tell me Google is even lying. Though it faced slight post-pandemic inflation dip and as well as particularly as seen with which has resulted in from major highlight include the new and despite as reported tourism and economy. While there was a slight dip in early 2026, the city expected a rebound. Nah. This is not true. I don't believe it. No. Okay. Let me ask. Was it ChatGPT the same thing? I don't believe what Google is saying. Let's see here. Las Vegas in 2026 is a mix, still busy but going through economic changes. The city is not dead, but it's dealing with some challenges compared with a few years ago. Tourism slowed down. Okay, Las Vegas depend heavily on tourism, and that sector weakening recently. Visitor numbers fell from 7 to 7.5% in 2025, the biggest drop since the pandemic recovery. All right, you could pause and read this. I sort of agree with this more than what Google was telling me, ChatGPT. And you could go on YouTube. There's a couple videos that people go on vacation there with their families. You see the street is empty. All right, when normally Las Vegas used to be a place where it's very populated, you could hardly walk around. All right, so that's that. There's a lot going on X, so I've been recording quite some time, so this is my last one. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so I will end this video with this. I just saw it and I decided to add it. The US will not fill this gap with American doctors. That's why they're crying. This is an incredible loss for their country. People will die for kick of care. What's kick of care? Punish Cuba, punish Haiti, now punish any country affiliated with them. This is wicked. Honduras government expel Cuban doctors, US direction. My goodness. Let's listen to this. I hope it's not in Spanish. Yeah, it's in Spanish.
De mis compañeros que están acá y creo que extenderlo a toda la brigada médica que está aquí en Honduras y decirle que muchas gracias por acogernos aquí en su seno, por tratarnos muy bien y sobre todo por confiar en nosotros, en la medicina cubana, y que nos retiramos sabiendo y que los atendimos, que trabajamos por ustedes y que bueno, ojalá y volviéramos. Si volvemos seguiremos igual. Y un saludo del pueblo cubano y de nosotros. Y muchas gracias de nuevo. La despedida. Muchas gracias a todos.
Okay, so the information, the translation is below. Alright, so this one I reported already. More than 150 Cuban doctors left Honduras yesterday after Honduras announced last week it will no longer hire Cuban medical workers who have been supporting Honduras health system since 1998. They are typically posted in working class urban neighborhoods and remote rural areas. Wow. Cuba and Haiti are the most punished in America, all for standing against white supremacy. It's truly sad that to see places like Jamaica turning its back on Cuba, for 50 years Cuban doctors have saved thousands of Jamaicans live for free and because of pressure. Well, they might be able to go back to it because after what Iran is doing to America right now, the power, what I mean by power is their equipment, their weapons. That's it, weapons. They may not have much. Oh my God. Cuba needs to learn. Africa and Caribbean nations have very well skilled doctors. Even Black Americans are very skilled too. Just entice everyone with good pay and good deal for housing, permanent housing if they want it. If you get Black Americans, start and training via them. Like I was saying, Haiti needs to connect with African American because they're not treating African American well over here. So African American needs to have some deal with Haiti, for instance. Okay, so there's a lot going on. It seems like the foundational, the indigenous people, anyone with dark skin, they're trying to punish them. Alright, so that's that. So much going on. So much is going on globally. What the Trump administration is doing to, it's like each time a country is trying to stand on its feet, they push them right back down. But at the end of the day, now they are displaying, and people could see in real time, despite they trying to capture all form of communication and lying to people on mainstream media, but at least they are showing themselves and people are seeing them for who they are. Now they're letting the US go in front, but don't forget, Europe is part of it as well. Okay, they're not showing themselves yet because things is not going the way that they plan, but I'm sure they are back on the drawing board to see how they could, show themselves. The UK in particular. Alright? So this goes back way from Haitians' history. Why they hate Haitians so much. They want to torture them and leave them with nothing for survival. But anyway, that's it. So much is going on. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. They're punishing this channel even more with some of the things that I'm sharing. So this video might have 2 parts, okay? Because it's more than an hour. I'm trying to keep it 30 minutes each. That's it. Thanks for watching.
Levanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.